Good morning. We are in one of the research labs at the U of M Bannatyne campus with Dr. Greg Hammond gearing up for a big event tonight where 18 researchers are going to be honored.
Right. These are the candidates who applied for our competitive operating research grants. And they're chosen out of 28 individuals who applied this year through a fairly competitive process. So we're celebrating their success.
Talk a little bit about the different topics these researchers are tackling.
Well, they're wide-ranging, and our process encourages people from other than medical sciences as well as medical sciences. So we have numerous grants in areas, for example, heart disease, cancer, stroke, spinal cord disease, wide range of topics. We also encourage people who are not in the direct basic sciences, such as nursing and kinesiology, psychology. Others can apply to the Manitoba Medical Services Foundation for competitive grant funding.
How important is it to foster these projects here in Manitoba?
Well, we think it's really important to help these new investigators get off to a great start. And so by encouraging them early, we try and start their career with support and with enthusiasm so that they'll continue to work in Manitoba and provide benefits to Manitobans in the future.
One of the researchers chosen to receive a grant is Dr. Christine Cowley, who joins us now. Tell us a little bit about the research that you're going to be doing.
The research project that was selected for funding through the Manitoba Medical Service Foundation is actually to establish a new model where we can look at the therapeutic benefit of activity-based interventions for treating a lot of the muscle and the bone deterioration that occurs after spinal cord injury. So when you think about spinal cord injury research, typically you conjure up an idea of Christopher Reeve and you think of the devastation that occurs to someone after they've had that injury. And research generally focuses on trying to treat that initial injury itself, but what isn't often thought of is the fact that that type of research is probably decades away from coming to fruition. And in the meantime, people who have had a spinal cord injury, they go through a lifetime, basically, of muscle and bone deterioration, which drastically affects their life. So, for example, every person who's paralyzed with a spinal cord injury will end up with osteoporosis. And almost half of them, or over half of them, will have at least one fracture in their lifetime. So one of the things that this project will allow us to do is to begin to look at activity-based training interventions and see what it will do in terms of helping them to either reduce that rate of bone density loss or maybe even prevent that loss altogether.
What inspired you to take on this work?
My background is in understanding motor control and trying to increase how we walk and how we remain upright after a spinal cord injury. But one of the reasons why this project is new is because we're not looking at just recovering function for the sake of recovering function, but rather so that we can then actually get a therapeutic benefit from it.
Wow. So what does this research money mean to you?
What this research money means is that we'll be able to develop an animal-based model for spinal cord injury training, and we'll be able to look at the muscle and bone health and any positive effect that our training can have on muscle and bone health after spinal cord injury.
Well, it's incredible work that you're doing. Wish you all the best. It's just begun. You're just a few weeks into a one-year research project. Well, congratulations. You are one of 18 recipients to receive grants from the Manitoba Medical Service Foundation. The awards will be given out tonight at the recipient reception. And that's BT Health for today.